Lesson number 52, who is Jesus? We want to finish right where we started, asking this question, who is this man called Jesus of Nazareth, who has made more of an impact on our world than any other human being without a close second? To answer this question, we want to go clear to the end of the Bible, the book of Revelation. And I want to highlight 3 chapters for you. Chapter 1, chapter 5, chapter 19. Because they are the only places where we get this robust portrait of the non-incarnational Christ. We've been looking at him in his earthly life, which was a thin slice of time compared to his eternity before incarnation and his eternity after. Revelation gives us an insight into the sight that we will see when we see him. Chapter 1 begins with this awesome vision. John is on the Isle of Patmos and he hears this loud voice behind him. It wakes him up and he turns around to see this image of a son of man. Now that's not what you think. Normally in the Bible, son of man is a humble term of a very human figure, but this son of man, he's a lot like God. His eyes are piercing. His hair is white like wool. That comes from the vision of God in Daniel 7. His voice is the thunder of many waters. He's dressed like a high priest, but his person is just like God. And that's a vision that you and I need today. Here's why. Chapter 2 and 3 of Revelation are 7 letters to 7 churches, a lot like your church and a lot like mine, with all our failings, all our fears. Jesus enters into our sinful present, even the sinful present of our church. And if we have a clear view of him, then we can live with integrity in the local church, which is the hope of the world. If you lose sight of Jesus, then your church loses everything that gives it power and uniqueness and purpose in this world. The second portrait of Jesus is in chapter 5, where we see John getting a glimpse into heaven, like he's taken up into the throne room, quite a ride. And there he sees a scroll. It's written on both sides, packed with information. And John is so curious to hear what is written in the scroll. The problem, no one is qualified to read the scroll, save one. And John weeps and weeps, and the angel says, don't weep, because there is one who is able to open the scroll and read what it says. Listen to the description of the one who is able to open the scroll. Weep no more, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has conquered, so that he can open the scroll and its 7 seals. And in the very next verse, here comes the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Except he's not a lion, he's a lamb. And a slain lamb at that. What gives? I thought it was supposed to be a lion. He is. The slain lamb conquers by laying his life down. The lion and the lamb are one and the same. And you and I need that image, because in the following chapters, 6 through 16, we enter into what's called the period of tribulation. The dragon, the beast, and the harlot, that unholy trinity, attack the people of God over and over again. It's relentless. But if you can keep your eyes on Jesus, then you will realize not only are you not alone, but the very scars on the Lamb are yours. He's already suffered and paid the penalty so that whatever happens in this world because of the devil and his cohorts doesn't ultimately touch you or keep you from your eternal destiny. Chapter 19 is the third and final image of Jesus in the book of Revelation. It is a striking one. Then I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. The one sitting on it is called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and makes war. His eyes are like a flame of fire, and on his head are many diadems, and he has a name written that no one knows but himself. This is the battle of Armageddon. And Jesus comes not like he came the first time. He's not riding on a donkey on a triumphal entry. It is a war horse. And his eyes are not gentle. They're full of fire. And he has a sword, not in his hand, coming straight out his mouth. His words will destroy all opponents. He's not wearing a Palestinian tunic. His robes are dipped in blood. He has fury in his eyes. And his name is no longer Son of Man. It is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And he is awesome. The odd thing about this Battle of Armageddon is there's never a battle. He just speaks and his enemies are destroyed. There's no shot fired. There's no sword drawn. There's no bow shot. It's Jesus declaring the end of the world. And when he comes again, he will bring all evil to an end and take his people home with him to the new heaven and the new earth. That's Revelation 21 and 22. That's our destiny, if we know the one riding on a white horse. And this is an important image of Jesus, because when we face an uncertain future, when is Jesus coming? What's the world going to come to? Christians never have to ask those questions, because we know the one who ascended from the Mount of Olives will come back again to take us home. This is the end of the quest in Revelation. But of course, you know the quest never ends. Because until he comes, we will always be seeking him out, chasing him relentlessly to the ends of the earth, even unto the end of eternity.